You are listening to Unstoppable Actors, the essential podcast for ambitious, unknown actors with me, Louise, the artistic director of Standby Method Acting Studio. And for the last 13 years, I've been taking unknown actors with blank CVs all the way to Netflix dramas, Amazon Prime films, TV soaps, and stage plays around the world. And every week I'll be talking with you and sharing how you can become a paid working unstoppable actor, because you 1000% can. An acting career is doable. Are you ready to dive into the episode? Hello and welcome to another episode of Unstoppable Actors. I am so excited about this episode because I'm going to be deep diving into how you can become a better actor in just 10 minutes a day. Time is one of the biggest perceived obstacles we have in holding us back with our craft, with our acting career, and with making progress. And I am going to bust that myth right here, right now in this episode, because you have enough time to start making steady progress with your craft. You have enough time to carve out 10 minutes a day, and it is so easy to do it when I share with you the things that you can be doing. Before we get started, I want to give a big shout out to Tom Housden, who is in our Unstoppable Actors Facebook group. If you're not already a member of it, please do come and join. We always have juicy conversations about the podcast episodes. Actors share their wins, as Tom did. He popped a post in a couple of days ago and said, I just thought I'd let everyone know that I had my first TV role last month for Channel 4, which is so exciting. And then he went on to create another post, which went into the obstacles that he's had to overcome and the mindset that he's taken to get him there. Now, this role didn't happen overnight. He's been working towards this for a number of years, but the hard work, the mindset has all paid off. And I'm not going to read out the post that he popped in with what he's done to get there, because it's quite a long one. But if you do want to come into the Unstoppable Actors Facebook group to read it, to congratulate him and to start connecting with other actors who were on the same journey as you, then I've left the link underneath where you've pressed play. So let's dive into this then. How can we become a better actor in just 10 minutes a day? Is it even possible in 10 minutes a day? You've all got 10 minutes a day that you can utilise for your acting career, for your craft. And as I've already said at the beginning, time is the biggest perceived obstacle. Everybody says, oh, I'm just so busy, life takes over, there's just no time to do anything. But if you look at any successful person in any industry, not just the acting industry, they became utterly obsessed with mastering their craft. One of my favourite things to do is watch documentaries on Netflix of successful people across a whole array of industries. So I'll watch the David Beckham one, I watch the Oasis one, I watch the Victoria Beckham one. I've watched absolutely loads, and they're all obsessed with their craft and getting better and better and better at it. But they make it a part of their life. So their craft becomes their way of life rather than it being something separate from their life. And that's what you've got to start doing. And so when you start carving out 10 minutes per day to work on your craft, you start making acting your way of life rather than your day job and life being your life, and then acting just being something on the side that you're hoping takes off. One of the biggest obstacles that we have in this day and age is doomscrolling. We just get sucked into social media, we look at one post and then we start getting down a rabbit hole of looking at other posts. And I myself had this last night. Last night I knew I had loads of things to do, and I went onto social media, opened up the app, Instagram, thinking, oh yeah, I'll just have a quick look. No. That doom scrolling ended up being 1 whole hour, and I was absolutely mortified at the end of it. I was like, what have I done? Why have I just wasted an hour of my life on Instagram? Did I get anything from it? Did I feel a sense of productivity? No. In the moment, it was easy to doom scroll for that amount of time, but nothing productive came out of the end of it. And if anything, I felt more stressed because then I was like, oh, Jesus, like I've wasted an hour and now I've got to find this hour doing the things that I needed to do. I got a false sense of relaxation from it because it feels easy, it feels effortless, but actually I wasn't relaxed. And we talked about this last week over in the Method Actors Circle. Some of our actors were saying that they feel like they've got in a bit of a lull with their acting and they're going to do better in 2026. And I started asking them questions and drilling down into this and wanted to figure out what was behind the lull and why they thought starting again in 2026 was going to be any different to November 2025. Because here's the thing, it's not about time, it's about habits. But that's the thing that they all kept saying, we just don't have enough time. We've got work, we've got life, we've got Christmas coming up for those that celebrate it. And so when we did the audition zone class and I gave them all 2 method acting exercises, which I coached them through on their sight reading audition pieces, they were flabbergasted that they'd literally spent, I think it was 15 minutes each on these 2 method acting exercises, and that the audition piece had improved to a crazy level. The pieces started off generic, natural, they were okay, but they were never going to get them the role. And then after 2 method acting exercises, which took them around 15 minutes, me giving feedback as well, which took up some of that 15 minutes, it was such a marked improvement. They were completely astounded. They absolutely felt every inch the character and could feel a strong emotional connection. And I said to them, well, it's only took us 15 minutes to do this. So you can be doing exercises like this in your day-to-day life in 10 minutes. And they didn't believe me at first. They were like, 10 minutes, how are we going to fit this in? Because they were thinking, oh, we need your guidance and my feedback all the time. But you don't. You need to create the habit, first of all, of carving out 10 minutes to work on your craft. And you need to know what to work on, which is what I'm going to share with you in this episode. And then once you've got into the habit of it, you are going to get light years ahead of where you are now. Not only will your skills improve, but your confidence will improve as well. And then you've started to make acting your way of life rather than it being something separate. So I said to them, if you take a bath, you can do 10 minutes of practicing your craft in the bath. And I know that sounds crazy, but stay with me because it will make sense in a moment when I share with you what you can do. I said you can practice in the shower for 10 minutes. You can practice on the toilet for 10 minutes. You can literally practice your craft anywhere for 10 minutes, integrating it into your life. So here are some things that you could do. Here are some ideas. You could spend 10 minutes whilst you're in the bath reading a scene. And you can read it quickly and challenge yourself to see if you can pull out the given circumstances and the subtext of the character of their dialogue within that 10 minutes. That's you practicing your craft. You could spend 10 minutes doing a sense memory exercise. So if you make yourself a cup of tea in the morning or a cup of tea in the evening, you can spend 5 minutes observing your cup of tea and then the next 5 minutes recreating that cup of tea. That's sense memory. That's you working on your craft. What you will have done there is improved your focus, improved your imagination, and improved your emotional connection. Again, 10 minutes practicing your craft, nice and easy. It slots into your day. You could also do 10 minutes of improvisation. So if you know you've got the food shop coming up or you're going to go to a coffee shop, you can very quickly give yourself a character brief, 3 personality traits, an accent, and a couple of mannerisms. Don't overwhelm yourself. That's enough for you to be going on with. And then you go out to the coffee shop or to do your food shop in character. You've practiced your craft and you've integrated it into your day, so you're not having to carve out extra time, because that's where you're starting to get overwhelmed. You're thinking, oh God, I need to do an hour, 2 hours every single day on my craft and I don't have that time. But these are easy things that you can be doing. You will improve so much quicker than stressing and worrying about where you're finding the time, because that takes up most of the time, thinking about where am I going to find the time, or then getting into procrastination and doom scrolling for an hour like I did last night. One of the things that me and my friend Danielle used to do is we used to phone each other up and we'd play this game. It was just silly, but it really helped me as an actor. she'd start off in one accent and I'd have to pick that accent up and we'd have to talk in that accent, and then someone else could switch the accent. It didn't matter, it could either be her or me. But whoever switched the accent, then the other person had to do that accent as well. So then we were talking in that accent and we'd keep playing this game. That's really good practice for practicing your accents and getting better at them. Can you see how you can incorporate practicing your craft every single day in your day-to-day life? And it doesn't have to be this big stressful thing. It's the habit of consistency that we want to create. This is not an exhaustive list. There are so many other ways you could incorporate practicing your craft into your day-to-day life for just 10 minutes per day. And all of these things are fun. And when something's fun, you're going to be more likely to do it. So what I would like you to do is, after listening to this episode, choose something that you can do for the next 10 minutes to practice your craft. And then I'd love you to come over into the Unstoppable Actors Facebook group and write a post and tell us what you did for that 10 minutes. How did you practice your craft for 10 minutes? And then for the ultimate accountability, you can also write what you're going to do tomorrow to practice your craft for 10 minutes and how you're going to integrate that into your day-to-day life. Also, when you do this and you see others writing posts in there, you're going to get inspiration and ideas for what else you can be doing beyond what I've shared with you in this episode. Being around other actors in a community like the Unstoppable Actors Facebook group is so good for keeping you on track as well, because we're all super supportive in there. And I just want to leave you with one last thing. If you want to step into 2026 and actually feel ready, not overwhelmed, not like you're having to start again, and not getting lost in the new year, new me rush, then I've created the Step Into Character Challenge, which is honestly the smartest and easiest thing you can jump into right now to practice your craft. So what happens is each week for 4 weeks, you get one simple method acting challenge that will get you to step into character. It's self-paced. You have the whole week to complete each challenge. You can complete it whenever it suits you. By the end of December, come January 2026, you will have built momentum. You'll have strengthened your instincts, you'll have developed your character work, and you will literally be able to talk about this with agents when you start writing out to them again in 2026 or casting directors. This is how you are going to get ahead of the game whilst everyone else is stuck in a lull and slowing down because of the Christmas period coming up. So I've left the link for you underneath where you press play. Click that to come and join the Step Into Character Challenge. It takes place inside the Method Actors Circle. Now, I've made it super easy for you. So the Method Actors Circle is usually £35 a month, and I'm giving you access to everything in there and this Step Into Character Challenge for just £5, so you can see how much you improve in 1 month. If you want to continue with the Method Actors Circle after you finish the challenge, you can. If you don't want to, that's absolutely fine. But I highly recommend you getting started with this, because this is a great way to practice your craft and start feeling confident in yourself. So I've left that link underneath the episode for you. I hope this has inspired you and given you lots and lots of ideas, and I'll see you in the next episode. I've absolutely loved hanging out with you, and I really hope you found this episode inspiring. If you have, please do rate the podcast and hit follow so you never miss an episode, and I can help more actors like you. And come and join one of the most supportive, uplifting acting communities on socials, the Unstoppable Actors Facebook group, where you'll get your weekly injection of inspiration, networking, and receive your free Method Actors Handbook so you can become an unstoppable actor.